Hey everybody, playersbro here, and welcome to the mystery game I talked about on my Twitter if you follow me on there. This is a mystery game. It's called Incognita. It's by Cly Interactive, and if you don't know who they are, they made Mark the Ninja and Don't Starve. And I've never played Mark the Ninja, but I heard it was a really sweet game. And I do own Don't Starve, and I've played a bit of it, and it's a fun game. Bit of a high skill ceiling to that game because it takes a little bit of getting the hang of, but it's a fun game. Kind of plays like Minecraft in a certain way, in that you survive in an open sandbox world. But this is a completely different beast. This is RTS. This is tactical espionage, steal from the big corporation, get the money, like basically like heisting, but in a very stealthy spy sort of sense, and it plays kind of like XCOM. So you have a set amount of, like, you have a bunch of characters in like a team, and you move them all into different locations, and you do different specific things to complete a common goal, which in this case is stealing like money and information, and then you try to get them out of there before the security is aware of that, and then you have a bunch of like security guards looking for you. But this is a really cool game. This is actually the early alpha, as you can see in the top left of the screen. If you pre-order, you get the early alpha, and if you want to do that, I will drop a link to their website in the description below, and you can go check that out if you want to buy it and pre-order it for a bit of money. It's only like 16 if you want the game, it's 20 if you want the game and the soundtrack. I opted for the game and soundtrack because I like this. I like the way the soundtrack for this is already. It's pretty cool. It's very kind of got like an old school flair to it almost. It's really cool, but it's actually recommended to this by a gaming community that I'm actually a part of. It's called Gamer Sushi, and if you don't know what Gamer Sushi is, I'll put a link for that in the description as well, because you should definitely check that out. It's good. It's kind of like Kotaku, but way better than Kotaku or IGN or Game Informer, because they're better, more sound stories about gaming, like news stories and updates and stuff, and like talking about what happens in the industry. It's really cool, and all the people on there really super nice people, and the guys that run it also do a podcast that's awesome to listen to as well. But I'll drop the link for that in the description. You go check it out. But we're going to showcase a little bit of this game to you so you can see what this game looks like. It's very cool, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. So, as you can see right here, this is a basic layout of the game. This is early alpha, so it's got the core elements of the game right now until they get to a beta stage, and then they finally come out with it, which is next year, I believe. I don't know when it is specifically. I might have missed when that was, but I believe it just said 2014 right now. But this is your basic layout. You got a bunch of actions for your characters. Like this specific character has things like, this is for equipping pistol, this is an adrenaline dose if you take damage, this is a shock trap for doors, so you can set like a trap on a door, and if a security guard comes up to it and opens it, they get zapped and they get knocked out for a set amount of turns. And then you have a, then you have a clip button, like a clip feature for your weapon, so it reloads it like a manual reload, because, you know, ammo is kind of a scarce thing, because you're not really trying to shoot anybody, you're trying to sneak around and get it and, like, you know, do like stealth knockouts and stuff like karate chops. I don't know exactly how to put it, but it's really cool. You have Overwatch, you have a button that switches between running mode and a sneak mode, and with this character, if you put him in running mode, he moves farther than when he sneaks. But the other character, this guy right here, Murphy, he is like a stealth noir detective looking guy, and he has a special skill where all of his movement is stealthy, so he doesn't make any noise, and he's hard to detect without it being the next turn, which is cool. And up there you can see an alarm, and that moves up one every time, because the next turn when corporate moves, they're constantly scanning for you. When it hits 20, a bunch of security guards appear where my characters are right now, and they go and start looking for you while you're busy trying to steal credits, information, all that good stuff. But let's do a few turns, and I'll kind of show you how this looks and works. So we'll move my engineer right there, we'll set him up next to this doorway. Then we'll move. Oh wait, that's not the engineer. That's my that's my stealth guy. Excuse me. Then we'll move my engineer over to this door. He was in sprint, so he ran to that pretty quick. And we'll let the next turn happen so you can see what happens. Corporate activity, automatic scanning. See, it goes up one like that. And now it's my turn again. So we'll move my engineer. We're gonna switch my engineer to sneak mode, so he's not making too much noise and looking suspicious. And we'll set him up next to this door. And when you get to a door, with any of your characters, you all have this ability to peek. So far right now, this is what you can do with your these two characters in the alpha, is you can peek through doorways, and you can peek through into the next room and kind of see what's going on, like if there's security guards, if there's security cameras. Like there's a security camera right there, as you can tell, and then you kind of just like get the lay of the land before you decide you're going to enter a room. So it kind of helps build up to the stealth aspect of the game. We'll switch back to our stealth guy. We'll move up to this doorway right here, peek through. Doesn't appear to be anything worth looking in there yet, because there's a couple security cameras. We'll peek through here. Okay, so you can kind of tell that there's a laser grid right here that's blocking somebody off who is... Oh, it's a sharpshooter. If you rescue this guy, I guess he becomes part of your team then. It's just another class, a sharpshooter, which I'm assuming is like a sniper class, like in XCOM. Alright, so there's a terminal over here, so we can hack this terminal, and terminals are scattered throughout the level, and if you hack them you get CPU points, and with those you can switch views. It's kind of like with Eagle Vision in Assassin's Creed, or Hidden Vision if you play Hidden, and essentially it switches the layout so you can see what's going on here, and anything with the shield on it you can attempt to hack it down and disable it. Like with these security cameras, you can disable them so you can see the whole room and what's inside it. And with like a laser grid, you can cut it down so you can gain control of it, so you can remotely turn it on and off. And if any of the security guards are like within position of it, you can turn it on and zap them and kill them. So that's kind of how that works. Switch back from mainframe, and let me go to my engineer quick. I'm not going to walk in just yet, so we'll go next turn. And there we go. Same thing happening, scanning. And then we will go to my stealth guy. We will go to this terminal right here. We will hijack console, and we will get ourselves a CPU point. And then I'm going to actually move him out this way. And then we will go to our engineer. We'll go to mainframe. We'll break down this security camera. Go back from our mainframe. Take a look in here quick, but I don't think there's anything worth noticing in here, so we'll go back out. Kind of see how the map starts to open up the more you move in and out of it. It's kind of like an element from StarCraft or Warcraft, old games like that, where the map is essentially clouded out until you start moving around and exploring the area. So it kind of works like that. So we'll leave our engineer to his business right there, and we'll let him set up, and we'll go next turn. We'll do this will be our last turn, because I just want to show you kind of like how this game plays, just so you can get a good idea if you want to play it or not. So we will move our stealth guy all the way over here, and then we will switch him to run mode. Run around the corner there, hijack that console, and then mainframe. We'll break that security camera down. As you can see, there doesn't appear to be anything threatening in that room, and that's kind of that. That's how this game works. It's pretty neat. I played through it a little bit the other night when I got off of work, because I wanted to kind of familiarize myself with this game more and more, because it doesn't really introduce you with any sort of tutorial. It just drops you in the game and you go right now, because it's in early alpha. But I'm assuming there will be a tutorial when the game comes to full release for any new players who haven't discovered this game yet. But that's how this game works. I will consider that the end of this video for now. If you guys like it enough, I would like to make it a series if, you know, if you're interested, because I think this is a pretty sweet game. I don't know, it depends though. I'm like a little iffy. I don't know if you guys are gonna get bored of this really quick or not. I figured I'd show you because this is a really cool new game that's gonna come out, and I was fortunate enough to have money so I could test out this alpha, and I think I'm gonna enjoy this game. It's gonna be cool. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment on it if you're thinking about getting it. If there's any chance you want to see a series, comment about that too. Subscribe if you're new. Welcome. And I will see you guys later. Peace.